Okay, so setup wise, we said try to, when you're hitting any shots on the golf range, put a club on the ground aiming to where you want to go. Previously, a lot of your shots you did aim to the right. No, your alignment, to be fair, this is good, to be fair, your alignment, but with some of your shots your alignment was too far to the right.
Yeah.
And then when you hit some shots to the right, you said, oh, I was hitting the ball to the right, my swing's either wrong or whatever, try and change the swing.
Yeah.
Very often it can be a case of just changing your alignment with the body and the club, and that will change where the ball's going to go, okay? But in terms of the swing, what we had before, if I put a line through here now, through your head, I'll put a line through that on there, on the golf club. Okay, so there's your sort of setup there now. As you went back before, I have to remove the line. As you went back before, you'll watch sort of the peak of your cap now, following that club.
Yeah.
And even halfway back now, your head's still following. It's kind of looking at sort of your hands or your forearm, not looking at the golf ball. When you say what's bending?
Tilt a little bit.
You're moving off the side there. So as you move here now, okay, you can see you've moved off the golf. And as you come back to the golf ball, because you're behind the ball and hit the ground too early, you sort of drop down. And we'll do this sort of slowly. You just sort of see your head and your body starting to pop up now a little bit, okay? We zoom in there a little bit closer. As you come back now, as you start hitting out, you see your body just start to pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up there. Just look at the gap between your cap there, okay, and that little mark on the wall there. You watch as you start going back through. So you start rising up to try and miss the ground, you're going up and moving further away. Yeah. So that little move, you kind of just created that move, possibly almost unconsciously because you're hitting the ground behind the ball.
Yeah,
you can see it impact there now, you're way behind the ball there. As you finish this swing now, a lot of weight on the back, but then it sort of comes at the end afterwards, but by then the ball's already been hit, it's a bit too late, unfortunately.
Actually, my feet along my legs.
In terms of what, impact or follow through?
Yeah, in terms of actually the positioning and actually twist.
Yeah, but you finish in a really good position.
Yeah.
It's just you get there a bit late, and we're talking a half second. I mean, you think you're there now. That's kind of where you'd want your impact position to be there. Your lower half here. That's like sort of 15.5, and you're making contact at 15.34. So it's split seconds. Yeah. Look at the one on the right hand side here now. As you swing back, okay, let's get that line there on the golf ball and through your head. So your head still starts following the golf ball or the club for a little bit, but then it starts finding the ball now. So now we're looking at the golf ball as the club goes back, okay? So top of the backswing here now, we're on that red line. The thing for you to do now is to try and get that movement to that left side. You see when you make contact here now, your head is on that red line, okay? And look at your lower half movement compared to those two. Both those are impact positions. Just look at your right leg, for example, your trail leg, how he's leaning in and he's still vertical, okay? You're moving onto your left side because you're trying to create basically a big circle around your body. Yeah. But what you do is you lean back, so you move your circle behind the golf ball. So your club bottoms out a bit early, hits the ground, and then of course you try to miss the ground, and by missing the ground you just rise up your circle slightly, and then that's all. So that movement now when you came in the golf ball was good, but because there was that sort of slight little, I was going to miss the ground a little bit, because that's something you just kind of got used to. If you hit the ground hard behind the golf ball, you're going to naturally make an adjustment, just try and miss the ground a little bit. You're not going to keep whacking the ground all the time because it'll get quite frustrating. So that move.
In terms of using the normal clubs.
Yeah, the irons, yeah.
Am I still sort of
You do a little bit, but not as much, because the club's longer, there's more speed with this club, and you're more over the ball, so there's not going to be as much lean back with the swing, because you're not trying to get as much power in watching the club. And I think sometimes when you get conscious of a golf club, as in your driver not being so good, you're more watching where that club's going back, that becomes the bigger issue.
Yeah.
So always focus on the ball, trying to get, you see, on this one here now, you've twisted through a lot more. You look at your position there now, in terms of that, there's not really much twist through the golf ball on this one here, but this one we're getting through to a really good position, a much fuller swing compared to that one. That club's gone round your head, there's a much more hip movement, the right foot now is on its toe rather than sort of creasing back there, that's a much better movement. It's just that
Yeah.
sort of subtle little miss the ground movement,
Yeah.
which with practice will go, because you'll find you're not missing the ground anymore now. So you can focus on getting the club to the golf ball without worrying about thumping the ground a foot behind the golf ball. Because if you do that, you know the shot goes badly. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Right, I have a couple more now, mate, and I'll leave.